Greetings everyone, my name is Greg. In this video I am going to talk about trolls, and I am also going to be talking about drugs and guns. Yeah, I know this might seem like a strange combination, but when you see the comment that I'm going to show you, you will understand why I'm starting with trolls. Because first we have this, that I want you to be able to actually read what this dumb fuck is saying. What he's saying is, aren't you tired? And he starts it off, the subject line says, hello. Then, aren't you tired of sucking your own dick and living with your mom? You see that? Then, his next line. Grow up, you're acting like a 12-year-old. I don't think you've quite developed fully. Then, poor lad, I have much sympathy for you. And that is by this guy. And the reason he is a troll, and the reason this will deal with drugs and guns, is because of his video of this one. Now I'm going to pause it so you don't hear the stupid shit, but basically I just want you to see the title. See that? Seriously. Cat on acid. This individual is somebody that I had encountered when I was watching a video of Bashar, one of the channeling, Daralanka channeling what's claimed as the entity or ET called Bashar. Whether or not you accept that or believe that, it's entirely irrelevant. The thing is, his bullshit, now bear in mind, this individual had blocked me because I had left a comment on his cat on acid video of how he's a low-life piece of shit that basically is an irresponsible human being. Because as far as my attitude on drugs, I could give a damn if somebody is into drugs, honestly. If you want to fry your brain, and that's really what you're doing, you're frying your brain when you're on that shit. The thing is, if you want to do that, when it comes to drugs, I'm just like I am, my position is the same as the abortion subject. I'm pro-choice and suicide. I'm pro-choice. The thing is, if you're going to engage in using a drug and you have kids or animals around, be responsible and make sure that you have whatever drug you're using, even if it is a prescription drug. Make sure you have that out of the reach of children and animals. Be responsible. Be a mature adult. It doesn't matter if it's an illegal drug, a legal drug. It's just like a handgun or a gun of any sort. Be responsible. If you're going to have that, do all the safety precautions to make sure a child can't use it and an animal can't accidentally have it go off. Because if anybody would be saying, well, an animal wouldn't. I had a friend of mine, and he's still a friend of mine, and he's still around. But apparently, and this is a bit of an amusing story that he told me, that he had a pet rabbit at one point. And he named this rabbit Attila, short for Attila the Hun. Well, this rabbit had a habit of fucking anything it could. And apparently he had the practice of leaving a handgun loaded. And he had just cleaned this handgun. Now, I want to stress the aspect of leaving a handgun loaded in your own house, not a wise move. Not smart. But apparently, he saw his rabbit fucking his handgun. And he had actually said, I just cleaned that. But if this rabbit's foot had slipped, he'd have blown itself, it would have shot itself in half. The thing is, that aspect, I mean, there's a visual for you. I wouldn't exactly make a YouTube video of it because, to me, that's just irresponsible. And I'm one that I'll point shit like that out. But I was also one, when he first got the rabbit, I think it was a wild rabbit that he had caught and turned into a pet. Well, he was using this, unless the rabbit makes me kill it, and put it in the stew pot. And I had teased him, joked with him about, what, is the rabbit going to put the French knife in your hands and pull it down and force you to kill it? How exactly is this rabbit going to make you do it? How is it going to overpower you to make you do it? Because this whole idea of, see what you made me do, bullshit. Be responsible for your actions. Own your part. This is the same shit that I hear with Christians, and God doesn't send you to hell, you send yourself there. Their own God isn't enough of a man to take responsibility for its own actions. These Christians will say that their God is the ultimate judge, that after you die, this God judges you, but they want to try and shift the buck and say, well, it's not God sending you doing that, it's you doing that to yourself. Sit and spin. It is the most obnoxious bullshit. Because what it reminds me of, really, is the wife beater that will beat the shit out of his wife and see what you made me do? No, she wasn't grabbing your hand and pulling it into her face. You made the choice to act that way. This nonsense of, see what you made me do? It's called not being responsible and being an adult. It's called wanting to shift the burden of responsibility to the one that you're abusing. It is obnoxious. The thing is, that comment that the person had left, the thing is, they had blocked me, so I couldn't really say this in a response to them, but my reaction to seeing that, when I first saw it, I was one of, that's going to have to wait till I have my computer back and can do my video editing, but I just didn't want to wait. I wanted you guys to see it. Sorry about the moving of the camera, but that is frickin' priceless. And someone like that, their introduction, hello, and then there's that. But someone like that, they're a troll. But the first line is them projecting what they're actually doing. I guess they're trying. And they probably can't bend that far because their dick is so frickin' small that they wish they could. The thing is, I don't have a desire to even try. No interest. It's just, sorry, that's not my thing. The thing is, the aspect of living with your mom, that is, I'd say elementary school, your mom stuff, that's something children find funny. Your mom jokes type of thing. Thing is, my mom's been dead for about 15 years. So something like that is not going to faze me. But I will recognize it for what it is. And then the next two lines is actually, they know what they said is retarded. They know it. And the thing is, they project that first line at me as if that is identifying me, and it's not. Because it's not even coming from me. So it doesn't relate to me at all. It's all about them. And the grow up, I would advise this person to do that. Because you're acting like a child. And the acting like a 12-year-old, I wouldn't even say you're acting that old. I mean, that's giving you credit. The thing is, someone's saying about, basically, if you're having drugs around, be they legal or otherwise, that an animal can get to it, you're irresponsible. You're a low-life piece of shit. Because you're incapable of being mature and making sure that whatever substance you're using is out of the reach of children or animals. I could give a damn. I'm pro-gun. I'm pro-choice. But I'm not pro-stupid. That's just kind of... I am allergic to stupidity. Achoo. But yes, I've changed my channel name back to my real name because I figure, fuck it. Yes, I have a show called The Good and Kinky Show, but it doesn't really fit the videos that I do and the subjects that I cover. I do still want to get into doing topics that are more adult to just straight up fun, but that's down the line. It's not something that I'm going to be doing even the majority of the time because I realize it's unavoidable that I'm going to be dealing with the religious stupidity. And that is something that it needs to be addressed. Because these people, they want to try and cling to their God bullshit. And they do so to the detriment of society. And that is something that I have to oppose it. But I'll talk to you later, guys.